The FBI on Sunday released videos of Shamsud-Din Jabbar, the man responsible for the truck attack in New Orleans on New Year's Day that killed 14 people, that showed him in the hours leading up to the attack and during a previous visit to the city. Jabbar, 42, a former U.S. Army soldier from Houston, carried out the attack early Wednesday. Police fatally shot him during a firefight at the scene of the deadly crash on Bourbon Street, famous worldwide for its festive vibes in New Orleans' historic French Quarter. In some of the clips, surveillance footage shows Jabbar on Bourbon Street in the early hours of January 1 carrying 2 coolers that contained improvised explosive devices, according to the FBI. He is wearing a long brown coat that was recovered in the pickup truck he rented to carry out the attack, the Bureau said. Surveillance footage from early January 1 also shows Jabbar walking toward the rental truck to pick up the second cooler, according to the FBI. Both devices were rendered safe at the scene. Investigators searching Jabbar's rental truck found a transmitter intended to trigger the 2 bombs, the FBI said in a statement Friday, adding that there were bomb-making materials at the New Orleans home he rented. Jabbar tried to burn down the house by setting a small fire in a hallway with accelerants, but the flames burned out before firefighters arrived. Jabbar purchased a cooler in Vidor, Texas, hours before the attack and gun oil from a store in Sulphur, Louisiana, investigators said. Jabbar had suspected bomb-making materials at his Houston home, which contained a workbench in the garage and hazardous materials believed to have been used to make explosive devices, officials familiar with a search conducted there said. Jimmy Carter's extended public farewell began Saturday in Georgia, with the 39th U.S. president's flag-draped casket tracing his long arc from the Depression-era South and family farming business to the pinnacle of American political power and decades as a global humanitarian. Those chapters shone throughout the opening stanza of a 6-day state funeral intended to blend personalized memorials with the ceremonial pomp afforded to former presidents. He was an amazing man. He was held up and propped up and soothed by an amazing woman, son James Earl, Chip, Carter III, told mourners at the Carter Center late Saturday afternoon, referring to his father and former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died in 2023. The two of them together changed the world. And it was an amazing thing to watch so close. Grandson Jason Carter, who now chairs the center's governing board, said, "It's amazing what you can cram into 100 years. His spirit fills this place," Jason Carter told the assembly that included some of the center's 3,000 employees worldwide. "You continue the vibrant living legacy of what is my grandfather's life work," he added. The longest-lived U.S. executive, Carter died on December 29 at the age of 100.
Sweet. These buildings, as you all know, are filled with his life, not just because this is a museum to his life, and not just because there's a collection here of his beloved paintings, but his spirit fills this place. And the real reason that this spirit fills this place is because of the people who are standing here. And to the people at the Carter Center, you continue the vibrant living legacy of what is my grandfather's life's work, really. You know this. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. He was President of the United States. And when he won that prize, it was in no small part, as you know, because of the work that this organization has done and continues to do. We will spend this week celebrating this incredible life. And a life that I think we can all agree is as full and powerful as any life can be. As someone said, it's amazing what you can cram into 100 years.
When I was in the 8th grade, I failed. I brought home at Christmas an F in Latin. I didn't see any reason to learn Latin. Nobody I knew spoke it very much. My father was not pleased. And so the next morning he came into my room and said, we were on Christmas vacation. He said, you have your Latin book? I said, yes. He said, let me have it. He went to work at Carter's warehouse. When he came home that night, we spent an hour and a half him teaching me Latin that he had learned from my book that day. He did that every day of Christmas vacation. And the first day of the school year after Christmas, I went to my teacher and asked her if she'd let me take the final over again that she'd given us, the midterm test. And she said yes. So after school that day, I took that test and I made 100. I owed it to my father, who spent that kind of time with me. But he was an amazing man. And he was held up and propped up and soothed by an amazing woman. And the two of them together changed the world. And it was an amazing thing to watch from so close and to be able to be involved in. And I thank you for your service.